Hey everybody out there in the land of YouTube, how you doing? Live from Massachusetts, it's Friday night. Is it Friday night? It's Friday night, I believe so. The Ides of March. Welcome. I am happy to be here with you, and I hope you're happy to be here with me. Apparently you are, because you're here. Today is an interesting day. Today kind of marks an anniversary. That anniversary being in the year 2020. And we're really thinking about it now because it's like we're comparing, you know that saying, like, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Which, so interestingly, is a question that the Republicans, if you can call them that, are posing in true gaslight fashion to their viewers on Fox. They're saying, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And if anybody thinks that they're not better off now than they were 4 years ago, they might be really high. I want whatever they're smoking. We're much better off. God, we're so much better off. Let's just take a moment. Because I don't think we do this enough. I really don't. Let's just take a moment and acknowledge how grateful we are that we got through 2020 and the pandemic. And let's take a moment of silence for those that we lost, those 1 million plus people that we lost. So let's do that. To all those people who lost loved ones to COVID. It's something that we really shouldn't forget. We are really blessed. It's something we really shouldn't forget. It was just a time, you know, between the last administration, totally illegit, and what we had after all the trauma of January 6th and the inauguration, how hard we were praying, and we made it through. So, yeah, I'm so sorry, Joanne. I know a lot of people lost people. I will never forget when the guides told me, right around April of 2020, because of course everybody was asking me, and you've heard me say this before, that my guides told me at that time there would be 1 million people dead before we got a handle on it. And we got a handle on it when we turned that corner there. So I know we go really fast in life, even if we're not that busy. Our brains are always going. And we're always, you know, in the future, more in the future than the past. We really have to see how far we've come, and we really have to be grateful. So, you know, I know you are. I need to be reminded. We all need to be reminded. I'm going to start taking notes about which one of the, as things that I have said start to, you know, get confirmed. Really grateful that, you know, worse things could have happened. Fonnie Willis could have been booted, and we were like kind of all wondering. But I did read on it several times, and I kept getting she would not be off of the case. So, glory, hallelujah. Let's count our blessings on that. Because we're not in a time right now where we can say, oh yeah, the judicial system will do the right thing, or, you know, like justice will be. We're not in a time where we can take that for granted, obviously. So, yeah, so grateful the pandemic is in our rear view mirror. So, let's kind of take a look at, I'm going to use these cards today. By the way, happy St. Paddy's Day weekend. Have you noticed I'm decked out? Did you notice anything else? Thomas is saying people are still dying every day from COVID. And I'm not saying that they're not. Did you hear me say that they're not dying every day from COVID? Back up. Thank you, Anne. I didn't say that. I said we turned a corner after, because people were dropping like flies all around us. Where's the leprechaun? Can you not see the leprechaun? Let me move. Oh, the little leprechaun. Look at what I found. It's a wee little leprechaun with a pot of gold. I haven't named him. What do you think? All kinds of things are different. You're seeing signs of spring. Right? We are here to lift the vibration, people. Speaking of that, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. We have a lot of fun here. We lighten it up as much as we possibly can. We are here for each other. Betty Bunny's back. I cut her tag off. Betty Bunny is back. Looking for the pot of gold. I am looking for the pot of gold. I'm just trusting that pot of gold is going to show up someday. I swear. I'm just going to keep affirming it. Love you too. All right. So Fani Willis is back on the case. We still do have to wait. I have asked my guides about all this hullabaloo that's going on. Just forgot the name. Oh, Betty. I haven't named this guy. He looks he's having a good day. He's smoking his pipe. We don't know what's in it. And he's sitting on his pot of gold. I mean, what could be better? We live in a time where we are starting to find out that we are not going to be allowed. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work for us. If we know it's good for us, it's not going to work for us to just kick back and, we're all guilty of this, right? Thomas. No, he's sitting on gold. It's all in the interpretation, I guess. Larry the Leprechaun's over there. We live in times where, for so many years we just sat back and we did this. Oh, it'll all work out. Oh, they'll work it out. We would even do this. Guilty as charged. Oh, the Democrats will handle it. And he looks like Biden. He kind of does. We'll call him Biden the Leprechaun. I love it. I can't really put him where you can see him through the whole. I don't have something to put him on. Biden the Leprechaun. But he'll revisit throughout the show. We have to be involved. This week has been pretty frightening. More Democrats running in elections winning. More Democrats running in elections winning. That's how it goes, Warren. More Democrats running in elections winning. Tell your friends. We can't just sit back. We know this. We can't just sit back and go, oh, well, it'll work itself out. Because that's what got us in this mess in the first place, right? I'm seeing a lot more books. I just ordered one I just ordered a book. Speaking of books, we have book club tomorrow at 3 Eastern time. I just want to let you know which book I just ordered on Audible just now. Let's see. I guess it didn't load yet. Attack from Within by Barbara McQuaid. We're seeing a lot more literature, a lot more books being written about the threat of lies. The threat of lies. The threat of misinformation. I saw it firsthand on Monday when I went up to New Hampshire where Biden was. I talked about that before. So the misinformation, I'm going to start with this. Well, at least it's being talked about. Will McQuaid's book be the next book for the book club? There's a few on the docket. We might have to meet twice a month. Because I haven't read it yet. There's another one that I recommended too. Go to Substack. Go to Grassroots of Democracy group. Please subscribe to my newsletter. And the newsletter from yesterday There's a name of a book, another book that came out on this topic about how to combat fake information. I mean, when I was talking to the MAGAs on Monday, it was MAGA Monday, every single, bar none, every single thing, 1 hour's worth of conversation that came out of this MAGA person's mouth, 100% across the board, was conspiracy. And if you remember your first thoughts on January 6, 2021, when you saw what was happening, there was storming the Capitol. When you saw it, for me, the first thought that I had was, these people have lost their minds. Like they're in a different reality to have gone that far. And that's what we've seen. That's actually what it is. I'm going to choose 3 cards regarding the chances that we'll pull through with lies and everything. The chances that will improve. We're going to remind me to read on Elon Musk. He's been on my mind all day. Not in an adoring way. Not in a awestruck way. Elon Musk has been on my mind because I think he's up to something. Plus I saw a couple of clips of the interview with Don Lemon and I was just, I know he's bad, but wow. So as far as the American people being able to combat misinformation with the money, the more money we have, the more we'll be able to combat it. Yeah, Elon is very scary. And something did happen today, and Kathy Beal and I picked up on it. During our last Spirit Talk podcast, we picked up on, and she saw it in his chart, in Elon's chart. I felt like stockholders were really, really, really angry at Elon Musk. And I thought it might have something to do with Tesla, but there is news about that today in terms of him being not in good standing with something to do with business. Anyway, I'm talking about Elon Musk because he's connected to misinformation. So there is a turn. I feel like with the Biden administration getting millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, we will be able to combat a good chunk of it. A good chunk of it. Good evening, Gloria. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. And the 6 of coins. The more money is poured into ads and making, it feels like the January 6th information and ads and, you know, just in terms of like, we don't want this, is what's going to be kind of sunk into the most in terms of, that's not a dad joke. In terms of advertising, the more that the Democrats can platform, this is what really happened on January 6th, the more mileage they'll get out of the advertising. All right. It looks positive. I really see, when I tune into the loser, it looks positive for Biden. When I tune into the loser, do you guys remember? I should have brought it today. I didn't bring it. Makara, who's been in the chat before, I haven't seen her in a while. She sent me these cards. She sent me a package last year with these Guardians of the... Maybe we'll read these tonight. She sent me a t-shirt, and the t-shirt was this cartoon cat that was all like frazzled, and his hair was sticking out. Like he put his finger in the socket, the electric socket, and it said, "I'm fine." No, really, I'm fine. Remember that? You might have seen it. When I think about the loser, that's how his energy is. It's completely like he stuck his finger in an electric socket. Oh, remember he said that thing about electrocution? That's you. Yeah, remember, did you send, no, you didn't, did you send it to me, Ann? Remember that? I'll bring it in. It was like, that's how I feel like Trump is right now. I feel like he's just like, wah! Was it wired? It is like off the rails energy. Is he just filled with freak out? Yes, he's filled with, Gloria sees it. And his speech is getting really bad. But when I tune into him, he's just like, it feels really speedy. Like wacko. Like, did you ever have, if you're a coffee drinker, if you had too much caffeine, it's like that times a million. I'm trying to describe the feeling. I guess what I'm picking up on is like a drug-addled state. Losing control, right? Losing control. The Lincoln Project has all of his weird statements and everything. Warren, he's so persistent. You hate that feeling. Yeah, and that's what I feel. That it's just like, just like, if you have too much coffee, I guess, but it's times a million. Anyway, group hug. 1, 2, 3. A lucky group hug. We'll bring this leprechaun into the group hug. Group hug. Lucky hug. All right. Who here is Irish? Yes, like he drank a 6-pack of Red Bull, maybe a 12-pack. My grandma on my dad's side was all Irish. So I have that Celtic thing going on. Not you? Your last name is Green and you're not Irish. Yes. Oh, and we need to pick a fairy card tonight. Hang on. I'm liking the green. I'm liking the, I feel spring is still really raw and cold here, but not snowing, just raining. Guinness is vegan. Guinness actually doesn't have very much alcohol in it. Yeah, some places they turn the river green. They don't do that anymore? I didn't know my Irish grandmother very well at all. My grandparents, every one of them was very cold. But I also didn't live around her when I was growing up. Let's pick a fairy card. All people in New York City are Irish from the 16th to the 18th. What I remember about 2020 was that it was, here in Massachusetts, St. Patty's Day is a big deal. There's a lot of Irish Catholics, types here. A lot of Irish Italians. Irish Sicilians like me, and French. I remember that it was the weekend in 2020, the weekend that everyone had already bought, the restaurants had already bought all their corned beef and cabbage, and they had to throw it all away because the restaurants just closed right down. We don't have too many people that are all Irish. Deborah Haggerty. We're going to pull a fairy card, and this fairy card is going to be to give us advice about what'll be good to keep ourselves at an even keel. Yes, a fairy card for the community. Terry is in the house, helping. Thank you. The Fairy Harper. This might be for me. It's for all of us. Find the words to long-forgotten songs. Oh, this is nice. Find the words to long-forgotten songs and dance to the music in your soul. Yeah. Find the words to long-forgotten songs and dance to the music in your soul. Oh, Oh, Danny boy. I don't know the words. Anyway. It just reminds me to tell you that I laid down tracks for another song this afternoon. We're cruising right along. If you'd like to donate to my record, the tip jar donations are going to my record. So I just got done recording We've Got to Come Together. That's the name of the song. Let's pick 3 cards about Joe Biden, who's on the campaign trail. Whenever I see him on the campaign trail in my mind's eye or on TV, he's always smiling. So let's pick 3 cards. Remember when Joe Biden went to Ireland? I have like 5 different pairs of glasses here. Remember when he went to Ireland and it felt awful that he went to Ireland. I mean, it was nice that he went to Ireland and the people loved Joe Biden in Ireland. But, it's a couple of years ago, I think. I was so just upset that we don't give our own president the kind of a warm welcome and love and an embrace that they did in Ireland. Michael Garrity had a hard time finding the live feed. Make sure you tap on the notification bell. Google is not that, YouTube is not very friendly to me. I do my best to not take it personally, but I have a really hard time getting people to notice. I'm taking my socks off. Getting people to notice that I'm even here. 3 cards about Biden. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm all blabbery. Blabbery! This is the America card. Yes, thumbs up and please subscribe. Please, I need your help. This is about Biden right now. Holding to the North Star. The Constitution, our democracy smurf. Doing a good job holding the sign. I think he wanted to take a nap. None of that. Biden is the North Star is the United States Constitution and keeping our democracy. Thank you, Lois, for those words of encouragement. 9 of Swords. Doesn't mean he isn't losing sleep at night. And the 8 of Cups. This is walking away from pain and sorrow. I do have a sense that Joe Biden feels like something, he got over a big obstacle. And that, not completely, but at least it came out that these sham hearings have no basis. Remember, the fascist Republicans were, the Putin Republicans were using a Russian spy to base their information, all the lies, to use to say that Biden should be impeached. So this is about the sadness, walking away from that sadness. And for some reason, I'm also picking up that this has been a really hard time for Joe Biden in terms of how much this is hurting his family. How much all the lies are really hurting his family. It's got to be difficult. Thank you, Betty, for that insight about how to up my algorithms. So it's not easy. He's hanging in there, but Joe Biden's North Star is democracy. So we really have to get behind. We really have to do everything that we can. I'm going to write another email to the White House just praising Joe Biden. One more Irish dad joke. I missed the first one, apparently. What do you call a fake Irish stone? A shamrock. I like it. All right. So Fonnie Lewis is that's going to go ahead. I'm going to pull 3 cards about that, and then I think I'm going to have to pull out the nefarious cards because we've got some nefarious people to read on. Can't imagine the threats and vitriol. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm picking up on. The 9 of Swords and the 8 of Cups and the Star, which, Biden's North Star is democracy. And we do have to help. We have to do everything we can to help. There's an election in Arizona on Tuesday. I just finally got out the postcards last night. They'll get there in time. Tuesday is the first day of spring. Who's having corned beef and cabbage this weekend? Damon's asking. I'm gonna make that cold cannon. Cold cannon. It's like I have a whole head of cabbage and mashed potatoes. If you need me to spell that for you, I can. Cold cannon. That's really delicious. Doesn't cost very much to make. Lots of butter. Yeah, about Fannie Willis, that was just terrible. Who makes the best corned beef and carriage? Cabbage. Carriage. I'm thinking of too many different things. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Fannie Willis. I get massive relief. Oh, she was furious. Yeah, she was furious. It's Deborah's anniversary. Happy anniversary. You're making your corned beef and Guinness? That sounds delish. Kerrygold butter is the best. Yeah, that's Irish butter. That's supposed to be really good for you. Fannie Willis. Yep. I mean, I have to tell you that what the fascists are doing to good people in America is reprehensible. You think you can make corned beef but not carriage? I know, really. Cabbage, 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 cabbage. Fannie Willis. This card is representing, because I just got it on Joe Biden and I got it on Fannie Willis too. This card represents the pain that they dredge up. I'm sure Fannie Willis has been she's been the victim of massive, tens of thousands of death threats. I can't even imagine how many. And people hating her that don't even know her. This is about that. Like people hating Joe Biden, they don't even know him. They don't even, when you hate somebody that you don't even know, there's like nothing that person can do about it. It's so wrong. Evil is real. I hate to break it to everyone, but it's real. The 4 of Wands, this is about Fannie Willis. She's gonna rebuild her house, so to speak. And the 10 of Wands, this is an interesting card in this deck. This is the Tarot of the Divine. I like to give credit where credit's due. It's the Tarot of the Divine. I was looking for the box. I don't see it. This is Fannie Willis. This is pain from the past. This is pain from all the attacks. So it's coming up for both of them. The 10 of Wands, however, indicates that having to push through this hatred and vitriol. Yeah, they're deeply hurt by it. But there's nothing else to do but to find their reserves of strength. And that's what both Fannie Willis and Joe Biden are doing. It's just that card is coming up. The 8 of Cups. Sadness, like really sadness from the past, really coming up. I'm sure that Joe Biden misses Bo like you can't even believe. Oh, those hearings or whatever you call them, I felt like it was a racist, misogynist bashing. I don't want to use the word lynching because that's a terrible word to use, but it was like a racist, misogynist bashing. And whenever I turned it on, I couldn't keep watching it. What they were doing to Fannie Willis. It is so evil. Let's take out the nefarious people cards. We know what those are. And I'm feeling a little bit like the Voyager deck tonight. Things are just starting. I agree with you. They're just starting. We will be lifting and we will be okay, but we can't check out. Fascism wants us to check out. And give yourself a break. If you feel like, if you're exhausted by all of it, take a break, go back to it later. I'll tell you what I do, because this stuff is really upsetting. All that we hold dear is being shaken to its core. So, trashy Republicans is right. And by the way, Matt Gaetz is in big trouble. I never, ever thought Matt Gaetz would get away with his sex crimes. 3 cards about, yeah, it was like watching legal lynching. It was terrible. Yeah, we pray for everybody. We should pray for Fani Willis. We should pray for Joe Biden. Everybody pray for everybody. Come to Grassroots of Democracy on Tuesday nights. What kind of trouble for Matt Gaetz? He was indicted by the person, the minor that he raped. His buddy went to jail for the same crimes. I'm actually, wait, these cards aren't dark enough. I'm going to read on Matt Gaetz. These cards aren't dark enough. All right, we're going to go to these. Sorry, I like to change it up. He's going down. Yeah. Damon, you're funny. Yes, he's going down with handcuffs. He is. The Fate of Gaetz. 3 cards. The Fate of Gaetz. Let's see what we get. Okay. I was thinking about this card because this card came up the other night, and when I pulled this card, I got very clearly, because I was asking about Trump at the time. Right now I'm asking about Matt Gaetz. But it was very, very strong and clear that what Trump was attempting to do is the same thing that Matt Gaetz is looking to. The plan is keep stringing them along, keep delaying. Let me tell you something. What they have on their minds, this is what they believe. They believe that this is all going to go away because they have a plan for another coup. So Matt Gaetz believes it's all going to go away. I think he's one of the many that asked for a pardon after January 6th. Oh, Michael, if you just got Rachel Maddow's book prequel, please join us tomorrow at our book club group. You don't have to have read the whole book. We're just going to talk about what's in it. 3 o'clock. Go to Terry. Can you let people know how to attend the book club tomorrow? It's just an hour, 3 to 4 Eastern time. So I like what Linda says. I like the way you think. Biden is in charge of the whole free world, and I believe he's getting ready to show his full power. I do too. And astrologically, it looks like that too. And I like this comment. I hope D.A. Braggs explores all of Drumpy affairs and the details as they did Fani. Yeah, that was awful. Amy saying, my son has been to prison. Oh, I'm so sorry. They hate pedophiles. Yeah, Netanyahu does belong in jail. I agree. We'll get to that. Okay, so this is Matt Gaetz thinking, oh, I'll get out of this. I'll just delay it. I'll get out of this. I won't get in trouble. He really does think that. But in the back of Matt Gaetz' mind, he's worried. This is the Tower card. Things are about to hit the you-know-what. Well, the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Yes, these are the cards with the knives. They're terrible. The 2 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. So Matt Gaetz' only plan here is to see how much he can delay things. But the Tower card is putting a big wrench in those works. All these criminals in our government, across the board, they are banking on that the loser will be in the White House. They're banking on that. The defecation will hit the ventilation. Did you just make that up, Warren? That's hilarious. You get a bell for that. Because it's funny. Yes, come to the book club. And Terry, if she's still here, maybe she can put that information up. Surely it's on the grassrootsofdemocracy.com website. But we have to send you the link. The loser will never live in the White House. The loser doesn't even have a home. The loser lives in a country club. Terry will sign you up. Yay! If anyone wants to be in the book club, let Terry know. You can come any month. So we're talking about Prequel by Rachel Maddow. 3 cards about the loser. You know, where I'm picking up on that. What? Like his hair is sticking out on end. The loser. The loser. The loser. What cards do we have for the loser? I have to tell you, it's a little strange to have most of your social life to be virtual. It's a product of COVID. The loser. The Chariot, he's looking for fast money to come in from Vlad Dracula. There he is again. Vlad Dracula. Now, let's do a little test. Who might you think that this is? Yeah, the January 6th prisoners are banking on a full pardon too. They're all banking on him getting back in the White House. Warren says his social life revolves around his appointments in PNN. All right, when the loser goes to prison, he'll be in danger because he knows too much. That's kind of what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. Did I hear that Putin was making fun of 45? I'm not surprised. I think Putin has been making fun of him the whole... I have heard that. Yeah, you got to keep your sense of humor, right, Ann? This is what I'm getting on the loser. Where he's at right now. The 8 of Pentacles. He's really strongly looking for money, and he's looking for the money from Russia. He's banking on money from Russia. And the Chariot is something's going to happen really quickly there. Let's see if we can pull a couple more cards and get clarification on that. I don't usually need clarification, but there's a lot going on here. It's very complex. Because I get that he's waiting on money from the Kremlin. Oh, I see what it is. But he's not able to figure out how to do it without being found out. Oh, well, there's a lot of that going on. What I'm seeing a lot of, I'm not saying it's working on all fronts, but he's testing it out on all fronts. How he can embezzle and hide money. How he can embezzle, how he can scam and con and collude. The loser is trying to figure out all these different ways so that cumulatively it's going to add up to enough to pay his legal fees. To kind of smuggle the money. What? I'm missing the jokes. I can't focus on all of it. So this is Vlad. This is a Chariot. This is the loser with in over his head. And here we have the Bishop. It's kind of appropriate. He's always saying it's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. This is tragically somebody who was hung for witchcraft in Salem. I'm telling you, they're macabre cards. And the Devil. Well, the loser is working for the Devil. I mean, there's many times. I can't tell you how often I think he must be the devil incarnate because he has all the telltale signs down to smelling bad. Don't worry about no labels. Don't, you know what? If you need help, just ask me. Because I will tell you what not to worry about. I will. To using my gifts and my talents and my experience, I will tell you what not to worry about. And you can take it to the bank. So it's amazing how many deals he's attempting all at once. It's like he's really juggling. The loser is really juggling. But this is the witch hunt, 10 of swords. That is hardship coming from all directions. And the devil, he's looking for his evil ways. The man has absolutely negative zero conscience. Negative zero conscience. No conscience. None. A lot of people commented that he walked by his grandson at an event. I think it might have been a wrestling match. Walked right by him. Didn't even stop and say hello. Everything that he does is lies. Everything that every crime he's committing, every way that he is, that's heinous, he never owns it. Everything gets turned backwards. That is a sign of the demonic at work. Everything is turned backwards. That is how the demonic works. Rosemary's Baby all over again. I'm amazed at how many people think, oh, there's no evil. There really is evil. From now on, fly Airbus planes, not Boeing. And even that kind of thing. It's like people not having any regard for human life. And when the loser was, he was in charge of COVID. He was the president. He had already thrown away the pandemic playbook that the Obama administration had handed over to him. He was like, oh, no, won't be needing that. And people died. And then when the loser was asked, do you take any responsibility for any of this? And he was like, no, I don't take any responsibility at all. I did see that, Rose. There's a YouTube channel that talks about Trump being the Antichrist. He is. He is. I'm going to pull 3 cards about that. He deregulated the safety rules for airplanes in 2017. Why would somebody do that? Could you do that? Just like the other night, I was like, can you imagine a car hit your house on Tuesday and they abandoned the car? You're trying to not worry? Are you serious? Sorry, sometimes people throw me for a loop. I'm pulling 3 cards about Trump being the Antichrist. He also deregulated all the railways. Then there was this huge, the railroads, the railways, it's a boat thing. This is about him specifically. He's going to pretend to be all Christian. I'm sorry, I'm just imagining that. He's going to pretend to be all Christian. Now, we know that he already does that, but, oh my gosh, can you imagine him really, that one might be the one that just does not give people credibility. It's not credible enough. But I also have to say that the loser's fan base, did anyone see that there were video clips of some kind of a party at Mar-a-Lago, and there was a really terrible singer singing her rendition of the Phantom of the Opera to the loser as he stood there in his awkward looking white golf outfit and just standing there like a fat old man. And then there were mermaids around the pool at Mar-a-Lago. She was totally horrible. The woman could not sing to save her life. And then they had the howler monkey lady. Did you guys see and there were these people dressed as mermaids? And, you know, I was struck by, just because of how they are, there was a male mermaid with long hair. So, sorry, Thomas, I'm missing the dad jokes. It's hard to read them while I'm blabbing my mouth off. Oh, and then he tried to kiss the singer. So creepy. So creepy. Oh. Text message. I have a backup singer. I'm doing all these things. Oh, go back and look. So not only did they have the woman who couldn't sing to the Democrats. I don't know what she was saying. The Democrats won't beat Trump. It was so bad. I mean, hopefully someday we're gonna just laugh our heads off and not be so worried. Let's just visualize that. And the icing on the cake, who's the woman who pretends she's a prophet and she's prophesizing? And then she's saying that he's the chosen one and God chooses flawed people. Yeah, God chooses Satan? I don't think so. What is that woman's name? She's cray-cray. Paula White. You know what? I'm going to read on her. Let me just finish. And then there's another crazy... The loser is evil. He's Satan incarnate. I'm not even saying that in jest. He's Satan incarnate. He's a concentrated body of evil, you know, and it's just through and through. It oozes, the evil oozes from his pores. That's why he stinks. Then there's another woman who is all over YouTube, and she's got millions of followers, and she's like, goes into this like, oh, well, my David, as if she's channeling God. And she's like, my David, I'm going to save you from the Democrats. It's unfreaking believable. Yes, I'm drinking tea. Why are you asking if I'm drinking tea? I'm not really drinking tea. I'm just blabbing too much. Her name is Julie Green. I should troll her. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to troll her. Here's a dad joke. An invisible man married an invisible woman. The kids were nothing to look at. That's a total dad joke. They should be taxed, what, the fake prophets? Honestly, I don't know how anyone could do this work if they didn't have, you know, just a natural gift, experience, and a good heart. I'm still reading on Trump. It's taking me forever. The reason I went off on that tangent was because I see this card about him, which is telling me that he's going to lay it on really thick about how Christian he is and how chosen by God he is. My 8-ball is here. Thank you for reminding me. It's on the floor. I'll grab it. God doesn't con, right? And this is what Trump is going to do. He's that desperate. Well, you know, they have a lot of money. These Christian nationalists, these evangelicals, they have a lot of money. Page of Swords is here, though. It looks like there's like prosecutors lurking all around him. And the Page of Wands, yeah, I keep on getting pages around him, and it really is about little messages coming to him, like, you know what, you're in trouble here, you're in trouble there, you're in trouble here, you're in trouble there. And all mermaids and witches are evil. Really, they wear costumes and lined red hats, and we are crazy. Well, it's not Paula White is the one that I'm thinking of. The prophesizing one that was at Mar-a-Lago. That's not her name. That's a different one. The one that I'm thinking of is the one who gets up there as I pull this devil card. It's the Ace of Wands, but that's, you know. Yeah, this is the evil. This is how they are. She gets up there and she starts talking about aquatic creatures that the Dems are associated with. It's just bizarre. Yeah, it's not Paula White that I'm thinking of. Somebody might know. Yeah, she's definitely a piece of work too. I'm gonna read on that woman. It's really freaky. She talks about like that we are all being controlled by some other. No, she's not blonde. If you go to Midas Touch, I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it. But she considers herself a prophet. She's kind of a big woman. Maybe in her 50s. We're gonna do some research. Julie Green, no, that's not who I mean. That woman. I'll figure it out. Religious dad joke. What kind of car did the disciples drive? A Honda. Because Acts 2 verse 12 says the apostles were all in one accord. You guys are killing me. You say I'm funny, you're funnier. The prophet, whatever her name is, Four of Pentacles, oh, she's holding on to some secrets. She knows that she's all spewing BS. Ring the bell? Okay, why am I ringing the bell? I'm ringing the bell. I don't know why. I should probably know what I'm ringing the bell for. But I trust you guys. Thomas is on a roll tonight. It's Friday night. I don't think things are going to go well for her. The Four of Pentacles indicates that she knows she's just telling a big story. I almost think that she can't believe that these people believe her. But I don't get that woman, she was at the pool party with the mermaids. And the Ten of Wands, there's a lot of bad information that's going to get out about her. Ten of Wands. Let's do a little research. Attacking mermaids and witches. No, they like the mermaids. It's just really hard to follow there because it's not logic. It's just cult. Wonder if anything big will happen in politics under the eclipse. You know what I do want to read on? I want to read on, and I'm going to actually use the Voyager deck for this. The Alvin Bragg situation. Don't even try to follow what's going on with the judicial system. There's no rhyme or reason. All you can really deduce. Mermaids are not real people. Are you saying that like it's information? Did everyone get the memo? Mermaids are not real people. Let's take a look. The judicial system, I recommend that you don't try to follow it. It's better if you just practice your intuition and psychic abilities and come in here, you kind of get it on you too. It's Amanda Grace. That sounds right. Thank you. Kathy, can we maybe look up her chart for Tuesday? So, I want to take a look at the Alvin Bragg situation. Just know that it's not going to go the way that it's supposed to as far as all these cases against the loser. You would take a meal he made for a drink. There you go. Mar-a-Lago, Damon. Book a flight. But not on Boeing. 3 cards about the Alvin Bragg situation. I do think that's going to move forward. I see people being very committed to making sure it moves at a good clip. particularly the judge and New York, the Alvin Bragg case. Okay. Well, I get a positive card about that. Yeah, okay. So as far as the Alvin Bragg case, I have the Ace of Cups, which is, it's positive. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Thomas gets a bell. Wow, he gave me a big donation. And he tells dad jokes. It really does help to lift up the energy. Thank you. The Alvin Bragg case, the ecstasy card is like, it's gonna be okay. The star card is the United States card. It's gonna be okay. Stop trying to figure it out. It's just gonna drive you crazy. So, and this is the 10 of crystals. This is the delusion card. So, we're being gaslighted all over the place by the mainstream media. I think it's best, maybe I'll teach a class to help everyone to use their intuition more. That'd be a great class, right? That'd be a great class. How to use your psychic ability to figure out what's true in the news. Yes, mermaids, male mermaids are mermans, you're right. Let's see. I'm going to pull the nefarious cards back. These are the ones that get used most often these days. Because what's happening with the Republican Party is it's no longer. Yes, we have to continue to have faith that we're going to make it. And we have to continue to wake up our fellow Americans. Because basically, in a nutshell, let me give it to you like this. In a nutshell. Pass the word. You see how the loser speaks. You see now that what he says is word salad. What we see now is that he doesn't even know what he's talking about. What we see now is whenever he speaks out loud, we've always seen this. It's always... Why isn't anyone talking about how much he sniffs? Nobody has that bad post-nasal drip, naturally. I know, this is all my company. You like all my company? Someone's commenting on my stuffed animals. Gonzo. Malignant, sociopath, narcissist, murderous, dictator, loves fascism, loves murderous dictators, and he's hell-bent on having a coup to get himself back in the White House. And he doesn't have any capacity whatsoever to lead the United States of America. None, zip, zero. I'm not telling you something you don't already know. But I'm just making the point of how desperate a situation that we're in. We know what happened on January 6th. We could not believe that those people were that far gone. So, for somebody like him, who's probably the most mentally unstable and disturbed person that you would ever meet in your life, theoretically, if somebody like him got into the White House, I'm not saying that he would, I'm just saying what the agenda would be. Instantaneously, Putin, you want America? Do whatever the hell that you want. Does anybody disagree with me? Somebody of that ilk in the United States in the White House, in a position of President of the United States, from the second a person like him stepped into the White House, no, from the moment of inauguration day, he would say, "Here's America, Putin, do whatever the hell you want." Right? That's what he would say. And this isn't hyperbole. This isn't me just making shit up. This isn't that at all. And we all know it. Sometimes it needs to be spoken out loud. He already has said that. Lightning will definitely strike him and he'll go up in smoke. I like that. Yes. Please hit the thumbs up while I'm thinking of telling you. He's already done it. He's already said to Putin, and I'm just verbalizing it because sometimes when somebody verbalizes something, it comes from a different angle that maybe we haven't thought of. That's what he's done. Oh, Putin, you want America? Do whatever the hell you want, right? And he's already convinced a segment of the American population that that's the thing to do. And me, from talking to Trumpsters on Monday, they think that Trump is saving democracy. He's been in Russia's pocket for a very long time. I think that we're all aware of that, but not like this. Not like this. I mean, everybody says that to a certain degree. And I really just want to make the point. Not like this. The Republicans have been trying to get rid of our Social Security and Medicare and all that for decades. Yeah, they have. But not like this. Definitely a Russian asset. I'd go one step further. He's in the Kremlin. He's in the Kremlin. Russia's having a revolution as we speak. Oh yeah, today, I want to read more about this. Alexei Navalny, I think he probably had a pretty good idea that he would die. But before he died, he gave the people of Russia a plan. And the plan was what to do on election day. Because you know that it's completely rigged. That's what Trump would do, right? That's what he's been working on all along. And he's working on it now. So Navalny told the Russian people to all show up, I think at noon, on the election's going on this weekend. I can't even call it an election that Putin's holding, whoever that Putin is. I think Navalny said, should he die, for the Russian people to do this, to go show up at the same time. I think it's 12 noon. And, oh, Cheryl's back. Hi. And write in Alexei Navalny's name. It's today. It's over the weekend. I don't know. Annie's saying you're watching the replay? You're watching the live. Come back. I thought it was a weekend thing, Russia's election day. Yeah, it's not an election. Oh, and then I think they're going to make, the Kremlin's going to make the soldiers go to war. We can read on that since I'm talking about it. All right, 3 cards about that, the Russian situation. And I'm asking about the Russian people. I shouldn't use the nefarious cards for this. Let me use these other cards, because if I'm asking about the Russian people aren't bad people. Okay. The Russian people, Alexei Navalny, I'm working on tuning into him. Feels very peaceful. He feels very peaceful. Why do people bother to vote in Russia? It's probably mandatory. If we survive Trump, you have to say when, Michael. Will you rephrase that? We always think about what we want. We need to make our election day take place on a weekend day. Yeah, we need to make it a national holiday too. Right? Pray for the Russian people. Tell me to read the screen. Oh my gosh, what more do you have to tip me? The Russian people. They know that they're being made fools of by Putin. Well, he's attempting to make fools out of them. They know that. They definitely don't like it. The seer. They're heeding what Alexei Navalny told them to do. They are. Yes, election day should be a holiday. Where you been, Cheryl? You don't have to give us details. We just know that we missed seeing you. Yeah, actually, the Russian people are heeding what Alexei Navalny said. Think about how many people showed up at his funeral. And the change card. I think a Russian revolution is what's going to happen, which I've said for years now. As soon as Putin invaded Ukraine. I feel a lot of energy around that next year. The Russian people gaining some ground in terms of not being as so oppressed. Okay, now we have to go to, we don't have to do anything, but Nunya, are you usually here? I don't remember seeing you. You don't have to tip me. I was just kidding around. But I do. Let me just tell you. I think most of you know this. Oh, I hope you had a fun vacation. I think most of you know this, but it's worth saying once in a while. So I'm just gonna say it because I think you've noticed this. If somebody tells me what to do, I kind of freak out. Let's see. Did I see Macron would send in French troops if Putin advanced on Kyiv? I think I did hear that he was given some kind of a talk. And also, I'm definitely picking up on that the NATO countries, some of them are really angry at America. They're not angry at Joe Biden, but some of them are really angry at America. Remember, the only time that you know, when one NATO country is attacked, we all send military support. The only country that's needed that was America. It's just wrong what we're doing. It's just wrong. And I know it's not we. I know it's hard when we hear that, but we wish we could wring Mike Johnson's little neck, metaphorically speaking. Direct connect to Putin. Mike Johnson, direct connect to Putin. I was asking for the prophet. I did. I did read on her. I'll read on her again. We're still not clear on where her name is. Yes, okay, so that was Amanda Grace. That's weird because Amanda Grace is the poet, the young poet. No, Amanda Gorman. Very close. I wonder if that's intentional. Excuse me. Scratch that. It's Amanda Gorman is the poet. I'll read on Amanda Grace. Her name doesn't sound right to me. Yeah. I just, her name, but Amanda Grace doesn't sound right to me. I wonder if that's really her name or if that's a made-up name. Thank you, Thomas. I realized my mistake. It didn't sound right that it's Amanda Gorman was her name. Is her name. Okay. The fake prophet is a fool. I did. I already read on her. You must have missed it. Amanda Grace, the fake prophet that was at the Mar-a-Lago party. I did read on it, and I said she doesn't. I got the Four of Pentacles. She doesn't believe what she's saying. I don't think it's her real name. She's a fool. And the Five of Cups is she's got some painful stuff coming to that she's going to have to take a look at. And the Six of Cups. Yeah, she's going to be... I'm seeing a time... I really do think that people have had it up to here with being lied to. And being told, stupid you know what? Yeah, did she have a sequin dress on? I don't know. But I do... Fortunately, I see a time where we just reach a tipping point with the conspiracies. Not only are they conspiracies, it's just total wackadoodle. stuff. I mean, the alien technologies and the just... I'm going to listen to what she says, and I'll get back to you on Monday about what I find out about her. And the other one that's on YouTube. We'll get to the bottom of it. Damn it. This is what we're going through, and I've mentioned it before. What we're going through is a huge energetic shift on the planet. Along with solar flares, which definitely, bull feathers, solar flares, which definitely affects how we feel. It's called the Ark of Grace Ministries. Yeah, Kathy, let's read on that on Tuesday. The frequency is increasing on the planet. It's making people really crazy. And I do see a time when there's a tipping point where people finally get what's real and what's conspiracy. Not everybody. The Ark of Wackadoodle is right. Not everybody. But I see a concerted effort. And I had said a while back, I had said that I saw a time when we'd be identifying things as, well, we'd just be going, oh, that's Russian propaganda. And the way that these fascists, this party of Putin is behaving right now, and all their right-wing extremist programs that they all watch all day and night, every day and night, if you watch them, like Christina Bobb and Alina Habba and, and Kellyanne Conway and the weird one who was on Katie Britt, there's a whole slew of them. They're really, we're going to get to a place where they're really looking like Russian TV. These channels have this, like Newsmax, not Fox as much in terms of the look and the feel, but the other ones, the more low budget ones, they look like Russian state television. I'm pulling 3 cards about them. What they're actually doing right now, they've pretty much had a coup of the RNC, and they're conspiring to not let our votes be a thing. I'll just put it like that. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about where they're at with taking away our voting. Hannah Baba coincidence? Yeah, it's crazy. Where they're at with taking away our voting. Well, the Joan of Arc card is saying that we are going to make a big fuss. We're going to start calling it Russian propaganda. We're going to start calling it what it is. Why are you saying you're a subscriber, though? What's going on in the chat? Are you guys behaving? Alina got fired. She got fired from the appeals case. It's easy to lose track. Yeah, I see the American people are like, there's a new organization called Republican Voters Against Trump. Yeah, maybe a troll alert. We let it ride for a little while here, we let them make themselves known. The psychic is a phenomenal world in itself, which can be reduced neither to the brain nor to metaphysics. Jung said that? I have a Jungian tarot deck. I haven't used it much because I've got to figure it out. It's an elusive one. The Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. There's going to be a bit of a battle between the truth and conspiracy, but the actual truth will win. The actual truth will win. There's more to read on. There's always more to read on. But you know what? Eventually we all need to do other things like me. But we have tea leaves to read, and I have a little speech to give. And here's my speech. I am needing a way to let you all know that that I can help you. I can help you with whatever's going on in your life. I can help you to have a happier life. I can help you to have a healthier life. I can help you to be on your life's path. I can help you to feel like your life is fulfilled and on purpose. I can help you to empower yourself. I can help you to heal wounds from the past. I can help you to figure out past life patterns that have led to what patterns are going on in your life right now. And I can help to coach you through any of the major challenges in your life so that you don't have to have those challenges be obstacles to your joy and your happiness anymore. I have 30 plus years of experience working with people. This platform is one in which I laid out in hopes of bringing us together, which I've achieved that. Bringing us together, helping us to be, supportive of one another. The other thing that I've had on my mind since the beginning is this is a good way for me to attract people that I can help, and you help me by supporting my business. I know this isn't, I started at the age of 17, very good. It's been that many years. So I need for you to know what's available here. I need for you to know what's available here. And I need for you to know that when I set out to have this YouTube channel, which I love so much, and I love you all, that's what this is all about. It's about love. It was in hopes that I could produce an income for myself. When you book a reading with me, you won't be sorry. You will get your questions answered, and you will get direction, you'll get motivated, and you'll get clear. I promise you. I'm giving so much away for free. I need your help. I need your donations. I need you to hit the thumbs up. I need you to subscribe. I need you, and I know I'm not being desperate. I just want you to know. I'm learning how to ask. My guides tell me, literally, they said, Annette, there's such a thing as being too humble. So I'm working on bragging a little more. So and thank you so much to those of you who get it, who understand. Thank you, Warren. There's a lot of talent going on here. Sadhguru was my teacher. I know him personally. I mean, there's just a wealth of information here. So all that to say, please go to Psychic Annette Dion and book a reading to help you. I'm not doing readings on Zoom, and I'm not doing video readings. They're very much better through the phone, because the videos just was so distracted. But if you talk to me about it first, we can get into the details about that if you reach out, when you reach out. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Thank you. Somebody said McBaby. Yeah, really, I am very proud of the quality of my work. Very proud. And it's taken a long time to get to that place. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Also, grassrootsofdemocracy.com is so important for us all to be involved with. I have started a Substack. I submit 3 articles a week to Substack. I need subscribers. This is not about me. This is about democracy. Go to Grassroots of Democracy group on Substack. Substack is a blog. That's where Heather Cox Richardson is, Simon Rosenberg, Jessica Craven. All the pro-democracy people are on Substack. Please join Grassroots of Democracy by going to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. I host every single Tuesday night a guided meditation for a healed America. For 2 years now. The next day, that night, you get a recording. My helper, Terry, here, gives you a recording of the guided meditation. It's all free. at that same meeting, which is an hour long, the second half of the meeting, we go over the spiritual readings from Church of Spirituality, which is another thing I offer for free, donation-based only, every single Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'm very soon going to get a new channel. I have a new channel for that. I might actually make an announcement and get people to move over to the channel it's going to be on, which is going to be at Church of Spirituality on YouTube. When you become a member, you get an affirmation in your inbox every single morning. This is life-changing stuff, people. This is not for slackers. This is for people that mean it, that they understand their lives are here to be lived. We're here to live our lives. So I know I'm going on, but look at how many things you have to watch to have like 8 minutes of commercials, right? And I'm telling you about things that will directly help you. I'm not saying ask your doctor. I'm saying ask the psychic. So, yeah, we're here for dad jokes. And we're here for dad jokes. And we're here for group hugs. Tomorrow on Saturday, every Saturday we have a work session where we get together and we do tasks to save democracy. You want to save democracy. You don't want a so-called president who's selling America to Russia. On Saturday we do work sessions. On Saturday, tomorrow, every third Saturday, we have book club at 3. And I always speak in Eastern Time. At 4:30 we have our Grassroots of Democracy work session. Come and hang out with us. We are a fun group of people. We are all friends. Let's go to a mermaid dad joke. What is a mermaid's favorite TV show? Whale of Fortune. Very good. Once again, when you become a member, you get an affirmation to start your day in your inbox daily, and you get invited at the top 2 levels to be invited to a psychic party the last Saturday of the month. Let's read some tea leaves before we call it a night. And I want you all to have a happy St. Patty's Day. Church of Spirituality is happening on St. Patty's Day. I'm your doctor and I help you to stay sane. This helps me to stay sane. If we don't get together in community, even if it's just virtually, we're going to go crazy. And we don't want that. We have the other side is crazy enough. Let's look at the tea leaves, shall we? Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. You won't be sorry. I deliver. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm here practically every day. I love you all. Let's see what we have for the tea leaves. Speaking of whales, we have, this is fascinating. I wonder if you guys can see this. A humpback whale breaching where the snake is, and there's like a fish there. It's like a humpback whale breaching, and there's a big shrimp. I don't know what that is. Let me tell you. We are family. Thank you, Tweet Scotchy. Oh, when I was talking about solar flares, by the way, I lost my phone service and internet today. And I had to miss a client. So that's the kind of craziness that we're in right now. It wasn't a Mercury retrograde thing. I had no service for a good part of the day. So then I just went into the studio and recorded, which was scheduled anyway. A whale. We've seen whales before, but it's interesting that it's showing up, jumping onto the snake section of the cup. Let's see what that might be conveying. Circumstances are about to expand. If it's worry or irritation that are expanded, it could be the point of debilitating anxiety. Okay, so because I'm looking at this because it's in the snake section of the cup, who is the snake? I'll give you one guess. Someone does not deserve your trust. Be watchful. Okay, so there's expansion of what's coming for the snake. Whale joke. How do you get banned from SeaWorld? Free Willy. Where do you get these, Thomas? I also do tea leaf readings for people too, for anyone who wants a shorter reading. So that's expansiveness coming for the snake. And then we have that is jumping out at me. What does that look like for you guys besides a U? And I see there's a big giant frog. There's a big giant frog, and that looks like a worm. And there's an angel. Big giant frog, a worm, and an angel. And this looks like something lurching out, like a tiger maybe? A unicorn? You see, yeah, I see there's an angel there. There's a big frog here. And there's a worm. We'll just go with that. A moon. Okay. All right. Let's look at it. Okay. Let's look at the moon first. That is a moon. I would say moon's not in here except. Hang on. It's got to be in here. Moon. Let's go to your innermost feelings and most intimate relationships will be important. Pay attention to your dreams and intuitive inspiration. That's about intuition. I'm going to look at under frog, because that's a great big frog at the bottom of the cup. And a great big frog at the bottom of the cup is what's coming. The bottom of the cup is what's coming in the future. Big frog. Fertility and abundance are about to enter your life. This is about America. And it's so big. See the frog? It's so big that what's coming is great abundance. And the lunar eclipse, yeah, is coming on the 25th. Not next week, but the week after. So that's big abundance. I feel like this is showing us what's possible for America. Huge abundance, fulfillment, angelic guidance. These are all the things that are possible for America. If we just get the magas out of the way. When we just get the magas out of the way. By quieting them down and breaking up the cult. It's an interesting ride. It always is. Thank you so much for coming. You can help me to grow my channel, which has been stagnating for years now. You can help me to grow my channel by subscribing, hitting the thumbs up. I love the word abundance too. Hitting the thumbs up and sharing, please. Oh, and on Tuesday, we are scheduled to do Spirit Talk podcast. We're not sure how much longer we're going to continue with Spirit Talk podcast, because as I was just saying, this isn't anybody's fault except YouTube. We're doing this all for free, pretty much. So we can only do so much of that. So Spirit Talk podcast will be at 4 on Tuesday. If Kathy's still here, maybe she can confirm that. But I'll let you know on Monday. Welcome back, Cheryl. And wear some green, have some green beer or green tea or whatever you're into. Happy St. Patty's. Larry the Leprechaun saying Happy St. Patty's. And Biden the lucky leprechaun. That might be what the frog at the bottom of the cup was about. Abundance, abundance. Focus on all good things. All right. Namaste. Love you. Thank you for listening to me. Bye. See you. 4 o'clock on Tuesday.